Hello everyone. I'm going to discussing you on law and practice of banking in that unit 1 introduction. Before go through the session in detail, this slide mainly focusing on learning objectives and session outcome. The major learning objectives are to understand the basic concept of bank and banking system and to understand origin, need or importance of bank and banking. At the end of the session, you are able to understand the basic concept of bank, banking and banking system. Along with you are able to understand the origin, need and importance of bank and let us focusing on the basic concept, meaning and definition of banker. Very first, the English word bank derived from the Latin word banco, which means a bench. Bank is a financial institution licensed to receive the deposits and make loans. Banker is an intermediate party between the borrower and the lender. So the concept of banking traces back thousands of years to ancient Greece. Wealthy Greece deposited their coins other trusted individuals who took the money, made loans, exchanged the different currencies and tested coins for proper weightings. Today's banking system is a bit different with the online banks, mobile payments, even the digital currencies. So let us move on to the about the definition of banker. So here we have two major definitions. One is given by H.L. Hart and another is one from the Banking Regulation Act of 1949. First and the foremost, we have to discuss on the definition given by H.L. Hart. According to him, the banker is the one who receives the money, collects checks and drafts for customers with an obligation to honor the checks drawn by customers from time to time, subject to availability of amounts in the account. According to him, the banker is the one who takes the deposits or takes the money from the public. Once the money has been collected from the public, that public regarded as the depositors. And he used to receive the money not hand in hand, but he collects in the form of checks and drafts. So this is what the H.L. Hart defined the term a banker. Let us move on. One more definition given by Banking Regulation Act of 1949. But this act does not define the term banker, but this defines about the banking. As per the section 5B of Banking Regulation Act, banking means accepting for the purpose of lending or investment of deposits of money from the public, repayable on demand or otherwise withdrawable by checks, drafts, order or otherwise. According to this act, banking as a business accept the deposit from the public by opening an saving bank account, current account, fixed deposit account and recurring deposit account. After collecting the deposits from the depositor, banker does not keep those funds as an idle fund. Instead, the bankers are used those deposits for the purpose of lending, loans and advances or investment purposes. If the depositors demand for their money for the repayment, the bankers again not give the hand in hand, but instead the bankers will repay the money on the demand made by the customer by way of check, draft order, or otherwise. This is what these two major definitions define not only the banker along with the business of banking. So let us discuss what are the characteristics of banker. As we know that bank is a financial intermediary that accepts deposits and channels those deposits into lending activities, either directly or through capital market. A bank will connect customers with a capital deficits to the customers with a capital surpluses. So the based on this short or simple meaning, let us discuss the main features of bank. Very first and the foremost, every bank as a financial institution which deals with others people money, that is the money given by the depositors. Based on the money deposited by the depositors, the banker will accept such deposits in the form of SB account, FD account, RD account and current account. A bank may be a person, it may be a firm or a company. A banking company means a company which is in the business of banking. So once the deposit has been accepted by the bank from the people or from the public in the form of deposits which are usually repayable on demand or after the expiry of a fixed period. It gives the safety to the deposits of its customers. It also acts as a custodian of funds of its customers. Bankers allow the depositors to withdraw their funds only by way of checks, draft or order. So based on the deposit accepted from the depositor, bankers can make use of such deposits not only for the purpose of lending the loans or advances, but also for the purpose of investment. So apart from the investment or lending activities, the modern banking services also provided. So a bank provides the various banking facilities to its customers. It may be the general utility services, agency services. As a profit-seeking institution, bank having the service-oriented approach. So a bank should always add the word bank to its name to enable the people to know that it is a bank and that it is dealing the money. So this is what the major characteristics of a bank, banker or banking. Focused on the meaning of a customer. So one thing, just by opening an account with the bank, you're not able to say, I'm a customer of that bank. A customer must be a person who maintained the account with the bank, but he must have the frequent transaction and must have a regular interaction with the banker. In that cases only, a person to be called a customer. So a customer is a person who maintains an account with the bank without taking into consideration the duration and frequency of operation of his account. This is what the meaning of customer. Let us discuss in detail about the need and importance of banking. As we know that banks play an important role in the overall development of the economy, the need and the importance of banking is discussed in the below points. Very first and the foremost, banking brings economic stability in the country. We know that banking sector plays a crucial role in attaining the economic stability. They are the one who assist in controlling the depression and even in the inflation phases. During the depression, the banks adapt cheap money policy and increases the flow of money in the economy. But at the same time, in case of inflation, it follows strict monetary policy to decreases the flow of money. It increases the interest rate on borrowings to control the people spending during inflation. ಸೊ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಹೇಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಂಟ್ರಿಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ತರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದಿದ್ರೆ, ಈವನ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಡಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಟೈಮ್ನಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಬೈ ಪ್ರಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬಿಂಗ್ ದ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಮಾನಿಟರಿ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಕಂಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಚೇಂಜಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿಗೆ ತರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾನಿಟರಿ ಪಾಲಿಸಿಯನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ RBI ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಗವರ್ನಮೆಂಟಿನ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟೇಷನನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಮಾನಿಟರಿ ಪಾಲಿಸಿಯನ್ನು ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ರೇಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇವೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು RBI. ಸೊ ಹೀಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೋ, ಮನಿ ಡೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೋ, ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಡಿಫ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ, ಡಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲನ್ನು ತರಬೇಕು ಮನಿ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾನಿಟರಿ ಪಾಲಿಸೀಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಕಂಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಮೇಜರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಟು ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಅಮಾಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್. ವಿ ನೋ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಹೈಲಿ ರಿಲೈಯಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ bank, mainly because of, for the purpose of any funds or the required funds, it highly depending on the banking system. So even each and every sector in the industry or in each and every forms which are operating in the economy, that will come to the frame of banking. So bank helps to coordinate among all the units. The third importance of banking is to accurate investment. We know that bank will transfer the savings into investment. As the bank serve as a medium for transferring the money from those who have excess to those who are in need of it. It collects the savings from the people and it provides the loan out of these savings to the needy. In those manner, the bank will convert the people's ideal lying funds into productive means. So with the help of that, the bankers are able to forming the capital by taking the deposits from the public, just by creating the habit of savings among themselves. So just by forming the capital from the different sources, the bank is able to creating the money. So the money creation can be possible only through banks. The very next importance of banking is to encourage the savings. So savings must be encouraged by offering attractive rate of interest to the savers or the depositors. If you are able to keep your savings into the bank, you are able to get additional source of income by way of interest. That will attract and induce the savers to save more and more money into the bank. Again, banks helps to facilitate the trade. The bankers not only helps in doing the internal trade, but also the external trade can be possible. The banks are able to conducting the trade by providing them the proper facilities like the prompt payment, issuing the letter of credit, discounting the bills of exchange, and providing them some additional or guaranteed documents. So in this way, trading activities are also being improved a lot through a bank. Very next, as I told earlier, bankers will collect the deposits or accept the deposits from the public. In our day-to-day life itself, bankers are playing a major role. So even in the student life also, if you want to take an admission in a college, very first college may ask about your banking details, mainly for the purpose of scholarship, for the purpose of any other reimbursement. Your banking details must be essential. So every individuals must use the bank in one or other purpose. So banks also play a very important role in our day-to-day life. The last important thing, every bank has to play a major role in the economy, not only ensuring the economic stability, but also for some other purposes. We have to depending on the banks. So these are the major importance of banking. At the end of this session, you're able to answer what is bank, meaning and definition of bank, banker and banking, features of a bank and banker, and the importance of bank or the need of. Thank you. You can go for the further references. These are the additional informations are available. You can go through it. Thank you.